All right.
Hi, everyone.
Hi,
We're here.
Audio listeners and hopefully video listeners if I get this shit correct. Hi.
Honestly, it'll be so funny if like something fucked up happens with the video and there's no video, and then the people that are listening just hear hi, audio and video listeners, and there's
nothing.
But if there's a video,
hi. We're a work in progress.
We're here. We're trying. We're here. We're heterosexual, and let's get the party started.
Girl, and you know what? Today.
This is like Reva's like moment.
This is my my Alamo, my dome, my theater dome, or my Super Bowl.
This is my Alamo. God. Yeah, when people say like remember the Alamo, they're really talking about this.
They're talking about
and what are we talking about today, Reva?
Today, it is my honor, it's my pleasure. And y'all know, if you understand the excitement that's coming out of my bodice right now, you motherfuckers know. We're talking about the one, the motherfucking only, Sandra motherfucking Bullock, bitches!
Today's the day where I gave in. I'm letting Reva have her moment in the sun, and we're talking about Sandra Bullock.
Cuff it, baby. Why the bust it for you, baby. Baby. Yes.
Reva, for the most part, I'm convinced you're straight, and then you talk about Sandra Bullock. I'm like,
I know.
Are we sure about that?
And I prepped today by telling my mother that we're talking about Sandra Bullock today, and she said that I need mental help.
So
we got the stamp of approval.
The tone we're setting for today is mentally ill. As is accurate because Reva already knows like a lot of shit about Sandra Bullock, but I don't know that much, so I literally wrote basically a fucking autobiography.
A soliloquy.
I did. I have so many notes written down because I was like, I need to know everything about this bitch to get on Reva's level.
You were Shakespeare. You wrote 5 acts. You said Sandra in 5 acts.
I really did. No, hold on. I'm gonna count how many fucking points I have.
Okay.
I have astrology, fun facts, family life / early life, acting career, just random stuff, and then dating. So I have 6.
Yeah.
But technically, I have a 6-act play going on right here.
A 6-act play. You said in the town of Verona stands two families: the house of Capulet and the house of Montague.
Montague.
Is it Montague? It is Montague. Right?
It's not Montague. It's Montague.
Whatever. They get it.
Montague.
Montague.
Montague. I love that.
Montague.
That's how you say it.
Yeah, because they're slangy.
But yeah, we have a lot to discuss today. This woman, Sandra Bullock, really is. She's an onion. She has many layers.
She's Shrek.
Sandra Bullock is Shrek.
At least she's Fiona. At least she's Fiona. At least.
Yeah, very that. Yeah. Well, Fiona is Cameron Diaz. Who aren't they friends?
I don't know.
Are they friends?
I don't know.
I feel like they'd be friends.
I feel like, especially because like Sandra Bullock, Cameron Diaz,
they were coming up at the same time.
Yeah, I think Cameron Diaz is much younger though.
Listen, age is just a number.
It is, and and you know what? Sandra holds up to that fact because she did some things where the mentality literally, and I think her mind was age is just a number. So.
Actually, well, age is just a number, but she also does not want to age, and she's done some things to prevent aging.
And I think we've talked about this before on the podcast.
We probably have. I think to break the seal, we need to let the people know that Sandra Bullock admitted on national television that she put like Korean baby foreskin on her face.
Injected it in her face. And then
to make herself look younger.
And then Kate Blanchett said, same, I think.
Me too.
I think, allegedly. God.
This entire episode, allegedly.
Oh my God. Wait, yeah, let's preface it by saying that. This entire episode, I don't care who the fuck is listening, watching, this entire episode is alleged.
Yes.
Our
Allegedly,
whole
everything we're about to say.
Our whole podcast career is alleged.
You're so right. Honestly, can we change the name of the podcast to Allegedly?
Allegedly.
What this is? We are riding the wave of assumptions, and
assumptions.
Today is no exception.
And I'd like to preface this by saying, I've said this before for many other celebrities, but you should know, I fully, wholeheartedly respect this woman as a person and as a woman of white color.
I respect her as a woman of colored hair.
Of colored hair. Okay.
Because I know that shit comes from a bottle.
I respect her as a woman of Caucasian skin. Okay? And she is a white woman in America.
God bless.
God bless.
But not technically, she's not an immigrant, but she's a dual citizen.
She is, I think. Does she have her dual citizenship? Did she get that?
She filed for it. I don't know if she ever got the little check mark.
Yeah, I didn't.
But she applied. She lived in Germany for 12 years.
But isn't it a thing that if your parents or grandparents are German, you automatically have a citizenship there?
I guess not, because she had to apply for a dual citizenship.
That's insane. That's not insane, but I thought that was a thing.
I don't think that's a thing.
Oh.
I think you're just a citizen of whatever country you're born in, and that's all.
But I was watching this movie or this limited series about Orthodox Jewish people, and it was about a woman who wanted to escape that life, and her mom was just here's the papers proving that you're a German citizen because your grandfather is German, or your grandmother is German, or something. And I was like, oh.
Maybe it used to be that way, and then they changed it.
I guess, because I thought that was a thing. Well.
Yeah, because Sandy B had a file.
I know I heard that she had a file, and I was like,
yeah,
that's weird because yeah, okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Should we just start with the science? I feel like that's essential.
The pseudoscience, yes, the science only science that counts, actually. So. AKA
astrology. I have it. Do you want me to deliver the science, or would you like to deliver it?
You can deliver it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So. Yeah, because this is the only word I'll probably get in this episode.
Yeah. So really live in the moment. Yeah. Just live in the moment.
Yeah.
Really
so I can still call myself a co-host.
A co-host. Completely.
And not as a guest. Okay.
And not a B plot.
So, yeah. A B side.
A B side.
So, Sandra Annette Bullock.
Annette.
Was born on July 26, 1964.
My favorite time of year.
Leo season. No, Sandra Bullock, she is a Leo sun, Aquarius moon, represent. Aquarius moon. It's not a good placement, so I feel sorry for her. Gemini rising.
Yeah.
Gemini rising. She's a Leo Mercury, Gemini Venus, and a Gemini Mars.
Yes.
And then just kind of rando stuff that I just saw real quick, because I just really quickly kind of looked at the little chart and then was like, okay, gotta move on.
Mm-hmm.
Her Venus is in the 12th house, so I'm surprised that she's committed to this man that she's with right now.
I'm telling you.
Venus in Gemini in the 12th house is the most I'm here, there, and everywhere shit. I don't care about you or I don't care about you, your life, your career. I don't care. And her Gemini Mars is in her first house, so I'm scared of her.
I'm very scared of her. The way that I'm going to tiptoe through this episode today, God, you're going to call me Fancy Feet, because
I would literally, if I were her children, I'd be scared to do anything.
I'm telling you. And it's so funny because her and my mom's chart are very similar because they were born, like I said in the last episode, 2 weeks apart.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So. This is the thing. It's I feel like I don't know her, but yet I do, because I deal with someone like her on it every day.
Because your mom is Sandra Bullock.
Literally.
Except they have different sun signs, though. Your mom is a Cancer.
Yes, but my mom, and this is the thing. This is the thing that I find really interesting is my mom got this, but Sandra Bullock didn't. So my mom has the Gemini, Venus and Mars, but they're both expecting Pluto in a really bad way. They're both squaring Pluto. And Sandra Bullock fucking ducked out of that. She
dodged that bullet.
By the hair of her chinny chin chin, bitch. Yeah. So, yay.
But, So, if any astrology divas out there, now you know everything you need to know about Sandra Bullock, and now you know that you should be scared.
No, this is like when I saw these 6 signs. The first thing I thought was just like, okay, let's forget everything. Turn up the music. Let's dance it out.
Literally, like, yeah. Instead of dealing with our problems, let's just distract ourselves.
Let's just not feel.
And I relate on a spiritual level to that. Yeah. I really do relate. Like, I don't want to relate, but alas, I do.
Yeah. Like, the disassociation and the aloofness that was in this chart, like, especially having, like, 3 out of the 6 placements we mentioned were in Gemini.
In Gemini. She's not with us. No. Like, she's in her own little world, like, just not...
vibing.
Yeah, vibing. And, I just realized both me and Sandra Bullock have an Aquarius with the Leo Mercury.
See...
Sandy! We could not be in the same room together.
I tell you.
We wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Girl?
2 Leo Mercuries would be screaming at each other.
Oh my god, just screaming, laughing, probably. And I'd be in the corner just happy to be here.
But I feel like 2 Leo Mercuries would just like they kiki, but they'd also low key like argue, like passively aggressive argue.
Oh my god.
Who's right?
Oh, who's right? No, I would, like, just knowing, and this is another thing, just knowing my mom and how she argues, I would never, ever, ever, never, ever in this life would ever want to be in an argument with Sandra Bullock. I can't.
No. Because she would win. She'd make me cry.
Win, and she would make me cry.
Yeah.
She'd make me, like, emotionally upset. She'd make me cry. She would come for my gullet. She said, "You're fat and ugly."
Girl, Mars and Gemini in that first house, she is coming for everything you love. Like,
everything you love.
Everything you love.
She'd say, "What you got? Because I want it."
Like, I feel like that is a placement where it's like when they say something, like they want it to hurt. Some signs will like say something hurtful, but it's like never on purpose. It's just their nature.
Yes.
That shit, they say hurtful shit on purpose. And like knowingly and willingly.
With full
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
I don't know her life. I hope that she got therapy and she's working on it.
I hope she's working on it. I remember when I watched this Red Table Talk interview, she was just like, "I like being right, but I'm working on that."
I relate. I haven't worked on it at all. And I love to be right.
You're completely undiagnosed.
The problem is I know I have a problem, but I don't care to fix it. Because this is the problem with me, is that I have that Leo Mercury, so I do think I'm right. Then I have the Virgo Sun that's like, you are right. And you should, like, verbalize that.
Yeah, and just, especially, like, and Gemini Mars, and I know this for a fact, that bitch doesn't get sleep. I know that for a fact.
It's giving, like, insomnia.
I know.
Her mind is racing.
All the time.
All the time.
I know for a fact, this is not alleged. I know for a fact, Sandy B, I know for a fact, Sandy, that you don't get sleep. Because my mom doesn't get sleep. Because Maddie doesn't get sleep. Gemini's Mars people don't get sleep.
Don't sleep, yeah.
They don't get sleep.
They're always just thinking about something. Their mind just never, because they're so scatterbrained that, like, they can't even focus on sleeping. Like,
literally.
And also,
and this is another thing. Not only does she have a Leo Mercury, but it's in the 3rd house of Gemini. So that bitch's mind just constant.
Yeah. She's all a twirly girly up there.
Twirly girly.
Yeah.
And same, but just for different reasons. Anxiety.
I mean, I have anxiety. I'm just like stressed all the time. I mean, so is Sandra Bullock, and we'll get to why, but Homegirl's had some stalkers.
We'll get there. Stalkers. Yeah.
We'll get there.
And it's made me reevaluate my life. I'm like, God, I remember, in high school when that happened. She's had like 3 of them. Yeah. Horrible. And I remember like watching the news, and I was like in deep with her, and I was like, oh, maybe I should pull back, because that's.
I have to reel it in.
I gotta reel it in. We gotta reevaluate my life, because that's.
But see, that would make me feel kind of better about myself. Because, like, well, at least I'm not as crazy as these people.
I don't know. I don't know. I remember watching the news because, like, in 8th grade. Oh, this is so embarrassing. I'm about to really lay it down. I'm about to really lay it down. In 8th grade, I found a way to find the address of one of her houses.
I feel like that's not that weird. I feel like that's a thing that people do.
I know, but it's so, oh my god, I felt really, like, disgusted when I did it. And I was like, oh my god, I have no life. Like, people are getting high. People are going to parties. People are, like, dating.
You were in middle school.
That just shows you my,
People,
the kind of,
people were getting high in middle school?
oh my god, yeah. Especially, like, 8th grade. That's when, like, the weed came in. And people were getting, or, I
was in Catholic school, so none of us knew what weed was, so we were, like, juniors in high school.
oh my god, by senior year of high school, everybody was high in school. Except for me. Because I didn't know where to get it.
Crazy.
I didn't know where to get it.
The problem with Catholic school kids was that, not, like, well, we didn't know what it was, so we were, like, sophomores or juniors in high school, but then all of those fucking kids, their parents had money, so guess the fuck what?
Right.
They were, like, just fiends.
Yeah, fiends.
Fiends in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Before school started.
Yeah, I didn't have money, and I didn't have friends who did that, so I didn't know where to get it.
Me neither. I didn't have, girl, no. I was not about that place.
Yeah, no. So, but then I would front, I would front to my mom and be like, I'm never doing drugs. Oh my god. I'm never doing drugs.
Cut to literally like 3 times a week. It's fine. It's fine. It's for leisure.
It's for leisure at my leisure.
As what Jenna Marbles is like, I'm leisuring.
No, there's like this episode of like Grace and Frankie, and there's this 1 minute where like you hear Frankie's like voicemail, and she's just like, please respond with a quick and fast, response to this thing that I will later answer at my leisure. I said,
why is that me?
Yeah, why is that me? Oh my god, I love the word leisure.
I'm even too lazy to record a voicemail. I just have like the automatic
one.
one.
Oh my god, me too. It's like, hi, this is number 5.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
1.
Girl, don't give it away.
I know. I give you the first 3. Shit.
Now it's up to you to get.
No, you gotta catch them all. Oh shit, it's frozen. Okay, it's coming back. Okay.
You go. My internet said hi.
Hi. Yeah, but anyway, let's get into it.
Let's jump in, shall we?
Let's jump in. So, and she's frozen again on my end. Yay. Oh, hi, you're back. Okay.
I'm back, girl. I'm literally sitting right next to my router.
Like, you and the router. This is you and the router.
Yeah, and my internet's still fucking botched. Where do we want to start?
Well, she was born in Arlington, Virginia, which...
It all started on the day she was born. We're going to start there.
Yeah, let's start there. So she was born in Arlington, Virginia, in Arlington County, and the way that I know exactly where she was born, and not because I stalked her, it's because of my life experiences. It's just random.
I feel like you were right there, too.
I was, girl, right there. Oh my gosh, she's frozen again. She'll come back.
Oh no.
What happened?
My internet. This is so annoying. She acts correct until we have to do shit like this.
I'm telling you. And then it's yeah.
She's on thin fucking ice. If it happens again, I'm going on my hotspot. Anyway. Thin fucking ice. I'm looking at you.
I'm looking at you. And she said,
your fucking clicky ass noise that you probably hear in the back of every single episode.
I'm telling you. Girl.
She's like, she honestly, my router's like our third host. She's so fucking loud.
Girl.
She's so loud.
She's like, oh.
It sounds like I have dial-up. Like, what's going on?
Oh, God. Anyway.
I was like, did you live? You probably lived, like, kind of near-ish there, right?
Yeah, no. I lived maybe 20 minutes from where she lived.
That's so wild.
Wild. And I know, like, I don't know the hospital or anything, because, like, girl, we're not there. I don't. That's too much. I can't. But yeah, I know the area very well. I lived in D.C. for 4 or 5 years, and moved out there in the middle of college, and then stayed out there through the pandemic. So yeah,
she's been there.
I know. I know where she at. I know where, God, I used to take the metro there all the fucking time. There was this really good Indian food place that I used to go in Arlington.
I wonder if she's been there.
I don't know. It's a hole in the wall, so It'd be a pretty deep hole to find. Yeah, but yeah, I know DC very well. Yeah, like it's really strange that my life just kind of like weirdly went to that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then her life took a little detour because then she went to Germany.
For a long time.
Because her mom, who has a German-ass name, her mom's name is Helga.
Helga.
That shit got me fucked up.
I thought it was like Helen, and then I searched it and it said Helga, and I was like, holy shit. And then is her last name is like hard. Is it Mathilde?
I think it's Mathilde.
Mathilde. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say Math Haldy.
Of course you do.
I do. You know I'm
You
phonic.
and your phonics.
And Jacqueline Phoenix.
Jacqueline Phoenix still fucks me up. Because you said it so confidently, like that's exactly how it's pronounced.
And that's exactly how it's spelled.
And I think we were having a conversation and he came up and then you just said it so casually.
I was like, oh my god, Jacqueline Phoenix?
And I think I asked you to repeat yourself about 5 times. So I could not figure out what you were saying. Like, Jacqueline. Oh.
Jacqueline.
But I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce Sandra Bullock's mother's last name. Just know that her first name is. Just know that her first name is Helga.
Helga.
And she's an opera singer from Germany.
Yes.
And her father is John Wilson Bullock, which is like the most whitest name. And he like was like in the army and shit.
I mean,
like he worked like the Pentagon. Like
yeah. Which is it's a very Arlington thing to do. Like I would be shocked if they lived in Arlington and he wasn't in the army. Like that would be like
and that's probably the only reason they live there.
No, completely. Like I would say like 80 to 90% of people who live in Arlington work in the Pentagon because it's it's right.
Yeah, or like they just like work for the government. Literally. Like everybody that lives in the area like works for the government.
It works for the government. Yeah, I'd be very shocked if he didn't work for the. Yeah, I'd be very shocked he wasn't in the army at the time.
I bet he had great benefits.
He had great benefits. I think weren't they both? Girl, the benefits.
Benefits. I'm telling you.
Medical for life.
I bet you she still uses his benefits. Fucking post-mortem.
Girl, she probably has a Navy Federal plan today.
If Sandra Bullock is on Navy Federal, that shit is so funny.
Pass me out. I'm telling you.
I would actually die.
Girl. I think they were both vocal teachers, weren't they? I know Helga was like an opera singer, but wasn't her dad like a vocal teacher, right?
I don't know. I didn't read that, but I could have like missed it.
Yeah, they were like both really musical.
You could be right. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, Sandra Bullock, I don't think is known for her musical talent. But she was a theater kid.
Oh. And she was
like the biggest theater kid.
A theater kid. And this is the thing too. She's not just any theater kid. She's my kind of theater kid who can't sing for shit, but is still in the theater because of the personality. You know?
Yeah, who was there for the vibes.
I also don't know if she can sing for shit. She probably could. That bitch probably.
She probably sounds better than me.
I'm telling you, that bitch probably secretly can blow. You know, she could probably be like, cuff it. You know. Cuff it, baby.
You know what? Maybe she can.
I'm telling you, that bitch could probably blow, but we just have never heard it. I don't really know.
She's keeping it contained.
She said, "Can't be tamed. Let it go. Let it go." What am I doing?
Well, I mean,
anyway,
she didn't, but she didn't. She went to high school and did theater, but then when she went to college, she majored in like drama. So I think she was like, "We're gonna take a little bit of a left,
a detour, yeah,
and do the drama."
Well,
I think the theater.
Well, and that's the thing too. It's like in high school, that's all you have is theater because they combine. They combine drama and musical, so it's like that's all you got.
It's the same fucking.
Right.
I mean, the only thing you had is like if you maybe did one play.
Yes.
Like out of the year,
literally.
And that was like your time to shine.
Your time to fucking. Is it Sweeney Todd? Sweeney Todd.
That's a musical, not a play.
No, it can be a play though. I've seen it as a play, and it's really weird. It's just no music. Yeah, it can be a play.
Sweeney Todd with no music. That's the whole thing.
I know. My high school.
I guarantee you, Sandra Bullock was in a high school production of 12 Angry Men. Or 20, I guarantee you.
God, it's the worst fucking play, 20. It's just 12 white men just fucking screaming in one setting for an hour and a half or 2 hours. It's the worst.
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
Pretty much. Yeah, I hate it. Our high school did a production of that, and it was like, I'm bored.
It's literally 12 white people just screaming.
Yeah.
Like,
although my high school did a weird thing called 12 Angry Jurors instead of 12 Angry Men. So it wasn't just dudes. It was like a bunch of people.
Right.
And they were like a jury on a trial. And they were like arguing.
Like unless you're in a jury and you're in the moment, like that shit looks so boring to watch. Like them making a decision. And you know what, 9 times out of 10, it's never the decision you want them to make.
No, 9 times out of 10 they all just like, you know, they either like agree and disagree.
Yes.
Or they make some dumb ass.
I'm telling you, it's never the decision you want them to make. Yeah.
No. And then so you spend an hour and a half of your time just wasted,
literally,
just gone.
Yeah.
But
also, I would like to shout out Sandra Bullock Prado, her sister.
Her sis.
Her sister's a Pisces, so hey beach, what's that?
A Leo and a Pisces sibling duo is like wild.
Chaotic. It's really chaotic.
That's what I think Joey and Frankie are in the basement yard.
They are.
So that says all you need to know.
That's all you
need together. That's all you need to
Welcome to Get Suffered. But what I say first. Yes, there's Sandy. I hurt you with the truth, and I make reality squirt. Whoa. Yeah.
If y'all don't listen to the basement yard, get on it.
Get on it, please.
It's so funny.
Please. Welcome to Discomfort for what I say first. So stupid. I speak you with the truth and make reality squirt.
I hate you.
I know. Okay. Let's get back on brand.
Sandra Bullock's Pisces sister is wasn't she like the president of their production company?
Yes. Right? What's it called? Fortis Films,
which is like it's like okay.
What does Fortis stand for? Like fun or fresh or I don't know.
I don't think it stands for anything.
Like a fortress?
No, because it would be called Fortress Films.
You're so right.
When you're right, you're right.
You're right. You know what?
Yeah,
I
don't know what the name of the production studio means. All we need to know is that they have one, and so Sandra Bullock has produced a lot of the movies that she's been in.
Did you know? I just learned this today. Did you know she's been in over 50 films? That's like.
I also read that today on Wikipedia.
Jesus, that's like.
Oh, it must be true.
Dude, that's like doing one film every year for 50 years.
It is. You're right.
That's like if someone did that, it's a half a century of films.
Yeah, and she did like 3 or 4 movies in 1 year sometimes.
Yeah.
Like she's fucking. You know what's so crazy? She did over 50 movies and only won 1 Oscar.
I know.
1.
And nominated once? No, nominated twice. Right, because Gravity. And that was a big year because it was her up against Cate Blanchett, and I was like, holy shit.
Oh, shit.
But
was Amy Adams nominated that year, too?
When did American Gangster come, or American Hustle come out?
I think she was. Because I feel like Amy Adams is like the female Leonardo DiCaprio of the Oscars. That bitch can't fucking win.
For shit.
She one year she was nominated for 2 different movies in the same category.
Literally,
she still didn't win.
That means she was nominated twice.
2014 maybe would it have been then? 2014 Oscars.
It was the 2014 Oscars. But I don't know. So Amy Adams was in that?
I can't remember. I'm looking up right now.
Me as well.
Hold please.
Yeah, hold.
Okay, it was Cate Blanchett, Amy Adams.
Okay.
Sandra Bullock, Judi Dench, and Meryl Streep.
Oh God, what a stacked list.
Oh my God.
Damn.
That is a crazy ass category.
That's crazy. I remember that year. It was pretty wild. I remember that year though.
This was such Dallas Buyers Club, Wolf of Wall Street. Yes. This was a good fucking year.
Yes.
I remember. American Hustle, 12 Years a Slave.
12 Years a Slave.
This was the Oscars where Ellen hosted,
the picture, yes, with the picture.
The selfie.
The selfie, yes.
This was the year. And I think they passed around pizza or some shit.
Yes.
Yeah, this was what, and like, girl, even the fucking actress in a supporting role, like, you're kidding me.
This was ducked.
Oh my god, and Frozen was nominated for all the animated.
This was a good year. This was a good year.
God damn, the 2014 Oscars really did that.
They really did that. They were that girl.
Wow. Yeah, so Sandy B lost to Cate Blanchett, but like, what are you gonna do? I feel like everybody loses to Cate Blanchett. Like, welcome to life.
I'm telling you, she's like, I mean, not only is Cate Blanchett like really good, but she's also a favorite in the Academy's eyes. Like, that bitch could do no wrong.
They love her.
They love her.
Cate Blanchett, I feel like, is like the Beyonce of the Grammys. Like,
yes.
Like, keep comparing people, but that's like how it is. It's
that's how it is, yeah.
Like, when Cate Blanchett is nominated, everyone's like, oh shit.
Okay, yeah. Like this year, yeah, she's nominated for Best Actress for Tar, and I don't know, she'll probably win it.
She won the Golden Globe.
Yeah.
I really want Michelle Yeoh to win.
Girl.
I'm rooting for my bitch, Michelle Yeoh.
I'm rooting for her. Because it's like, Kate, I love you. You did amazing work, but let a bitch have at least one. Let her have one.
Just give her one.
Just give her one. The bitch is 60. Let her have one.
Yeah, I want her to win.
I want her to win, and I want Angela fucking Bassett to win Best Supporting Actress because this bitch has been in... She's been in the trenches for 62 years, and I want... Anyway,
we'll do a whole nother episode about Angela.
Honestly.
A whole nother episode.
We're gonna have to do an episode about the Oscars because, like, we can't contain it. We can't contain it. Can't contain it.
Our Oscars recap show. Y'all better tune the fuck in because I'm gonna be unhinged and unwell.
Holy shit!
Okay, we've been going for 32 minutes.
I looked at the time. I was like, oh my god, we've been talking.
We pull together.
Right.
But now we can kind of delve into, like, you know, the meat and potatoes of Sandra Bullock, which is her acting career.
Yes.
Like, we kind of like went through her early life college years, and then she moved to Manhattan to like get her little zhuzh.
Did you know that she was like a waitress at like a drag bar?
Yes.
That's iconic.
That's why she's so fierce.
That's why she's fierce.
And she's worked in like fucking food service, customer service.
Yes.
Like, I think if you haven't worked in like customer service or retail or like anything like that, you need to for at least a month.
At least a month to feel the pain.
Just to experience the pain.
The pain.
It will humble you. It will make you treat people nicer.
Yes.
I'm telling you right now.
I'm telling you.
And Sandra Bullock did for a couple years.
Green flag.
Green fucking flag. I like you, Sandy B.
Right.
I fucking like you, bitch.
I like her. And she was also a cheerleader in high school.
I just love the idea of Sandy B being a little cheerleader and like homecoming queen or whatever the fuck.
Girl, we saw in the black, she'd say, Y-E-L-L, everybody up, everybody up. Y-E, good Collins, kick higher. Yeah.
Enough with the trick plays, Bert. Run the dang ball.
Run the dang ball. Run it. Have a great day. Learn something. I say that to my mom. I say that to my mom, or I text it to her at least once a day.
Have a great day. Learn something. I fucking can't. I fucking can't. Yeah, she was a cheerleader. She was like that girl. I bet she was like a popular little.
I'm telling you, she likes to be fucking coy. That bitch was popular, and because I know popular people. I know them intrinsically.
And she is one.
She was one.
Sandy, and even if she wasn't, she was like in her heart and like in spirit.
No, you're telling me a Leo cheerleader and high schooler wasn't popular? You're fucking joking.
You're kidding.
You're kidding.
And she's like beautiful, gorgeous.
Like, beautiful, gorgeous. And she's like, no, I was a tomboy. Okay, you might have been, but you had them boys stacked, so I don't even care.
She had them motherfuckers chasing her, chasing her down the block.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear
it. I want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. So she worked in she moved to New York in like 1980 something, late 80s.
She did. Yeah.
She was a waitress and all that. like a server and whatnot.
Right.
She was in a couple indie films and like some small roles.
Yes.
But Homegirl crashed the fucking system when she was in Speed.
Speed?
In
also,
1994.
One of the indie films she did was Two Is by the Sea, and I kind of like that film. It's cute.
I hate that you've seen it. I just want to put that out there that I hate that you've seen it. I hate that. But to be fair, I watched a lot of really bad Leonardo DiCaprio movies.
Right. You just gotta watch them all. It's like gotta catch them all. It's like.
Yeah, I'm collecting them like fucking Pokemon cards. I'm glad that you like one of her indie movies that she made in like 1985. I'm like really glad you like it.
I think she was by the Sea.
I would love
I digress.
if you met her and said I loved you. I think she would throw up.
I loved you in Working Girl. Because that was the thing that she was in. I've never seen it, but that was the thing she was in. Yeah.
Oh my god. Mm-hmm. That is so funny. Oh. I hate that.
Yeah.
But she did all of that, and then she became. I think she became Sandra Bullock.
Yes.
When Speed came out.
That was. I also really like Demolition Man. Don't come for me.
That movie I have actually heard of, so I will give you a free pass.
It is like it is like something so bad that it's good. It's something so weird that it's like, it's just funny to look at how, because like the story takes place in 2015, and it's like the future.
That's wild.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Well,
I love it.
I think Back to the Future also took place in 2015.
Yeah, like it's just so like, ooh, it's like, yeah, they thought that we were gonna be like fucking astral projecting to get
flying cars,
and shit, yeah.
No, but
yeah, but Crash was not Crash. Oh my god, she did a movie called Crash, but Speed.
I was gonna say not for another 10 years, but we'll get there.
Yeah, Speed. Yeah, this is when that bitch really went on the map. Like she, and I think she actually produced that, or not produced it, but she like bought the right, or she was like some kind of integral piece into the film process.
Maybe her production company did Speed 2. I
think they did. And she regards Speed 2 as a giant waste of time, and I disagree. I love Speed 2. So.
Fun fact about Speed is that Reva gave me a VHS copy of it one time.
Yeah.
I think for something, my birthday something.
Mhm.
So now I have a VHS copy of Speed.
Actually, no. I think that day I found it in the library of our college, and they were giving out like free shit.
They used.
And I was like, oh my god.
Said Speed VHS.
Yeah, you're like, oh, here you go. Yeah.
I actually do have a VHS player to watch it on. So
yeah, I think at the time I was like, shit, I don't have a VHS player, and then I was like, do you want it? And you were like,
I have a VHS player.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, you like I have something for you, and I thought it was gonna be like something that like a pen that I let you borrow, and then you're gonna give back. And she pulled out a VHS of Speed and said, "You're welcome." Like, thanks. I still have it. I know exactly where it is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go get it but I have it still. I just want you to know that. And I did not donate it to Goodwill.
I wish you would.
Honestly, it deserves a better home than mine, but I don't care. I'm keeping it.
Yeah, and then at the same time, not only do we have Sandra Bullock in this, but then she's paired with one of the hotties of the '90s, Keanu motherfucking Reeves.
Hottie with a body,
Hottie with
Keanu.
A girl, and he saves her. She's the damsel in distress, and he's like, "I got you."
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's a police, and then everybody notices even on and off screen they have this incredible chemistry.
Well, Keanu Reeves has chemistry with a wet mop.
A fucking rag with me.
Yeah. That video of him saying like his perfect day is just having sex all day.
Oh my! That was
me.
That was the most attractive thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, so when do you want to start?
Like, where do I sign up?
Can I have your email? Do you do email?
have a Google form I can fill
out? Are you on Google Hangouts? Do you do that?
Are you accepting applications?
Are you on AOL? Yeah.
Yeah, I would very much sign up to be on the Keanu Reeves regimen of morning sex, breakfast, more sex, watch a movie, more sex, go for a hike, more sex, go home, and more sex. I mean, work, Diva.
I didn't know that a man can produce that much semen for that kind of day.
His sex drive is off the wall.
Off the wall.
I had never heard of anyone with that level of sex drive in my life.
That is crazy. Whoever
his libido is out. He's kicking, and he's like old. And he's still kicking.
He's kicking. Yeah, but then she does speed with him, and then everything happens with that, and then I mean. The 90s for Sandra Bullock was the time. Like, that bitch was movie after movie after movie. Like, what are some...
While you were sleeping.
A whole yeah.
I need to bring up, I'm sorry, because this is the Sandra Bullock movie I have seen.
What?
I didn't watch it for her. But A Time to Kill. I had to bring up a traumatic moment.
We've talked about this before. Okay, Sandy, I'm talking directly to you. You fucking traumatized me when you were like put up on a fucking stick in the middle of the woods, and then they were like beating your body, and then it was just like lingerie everywhere, and she was just hanging there for like 3,000 years. And I remember it's distinctly where I was in life when I watched this movie for the first. I was 12 years old. And I saw A Time to Kill, and I was like, oh my god, Sandra Bullock with Matthew McConaughey, and then you just sneak in, Sam.
I was gonna say Kiefer Sutherland.
No, Sam. What's his name? Sam something. Samuel Jackson. There we go. You sneak in him.
I forgot. I watched that movie when I was in my Matthew McConaughey era, so I don't remember anybody else.
Well, at 12 years old, I was like, oh my god, Samuel L. Jackson with Sandra Bullock and Matthew McConaughey, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what a twist, what a cast.
Yeah.
And so this was when I was really high in my Sandra Bullock era, and I was watching literally everything that she had been recorded on. Like, fuck what movie, everything that she has been recorded.
Every time she's appeared on any screen.
On a screen, I watched it. That's how I know about Two by the Sea. Anyway, so I watched this film. I'm 12 years old, 7th grade, 12 years old. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, A Time to Kill. Maybe it's like a mystery, like a whodunit, like Clue.
It's also based on a John Grisham novel, and John Grisham is like, he does that like kind of murder mystery kind of.
But I'm 12. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I only know who that is because my mom loves John Grisham. That's the only reason I know that.
Yeah. I didn't know who the fuck that is. He could be fucking Santa. It wouldn't, wouldn't register.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So I'm watching this film, and like the first couple minutes, a little black girl like almost fucking dies on my screen, like traumatically. Yeah. And I'm like, shit. Maybe I should be watching this. And I just keep going, and it's just the most traumatic, like. I want to say almost 2 hours of my life that I couldn't take back.
It was very traumatizing. It's a very heavy movie.
It deals with
it's racism, the KKK. It's like a lot. I can't look at Kiefer Sutherland the same.
Me neither.
Watching that movie.
Wasn't his father also in that movie too? Didn't he play a lawyer?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. But Matthew McConaughey is very hot and smexy in it.
He is.
And so this movie came out in 1996, and Matthew McConaughey and Sandra Bullock dated from 1996 to 1998. So, period.
Right around
so she was in her Matthew McConaughey era.
Period.
He was hot in that movie.
Girl, I would do it.
Sorry about it.
Sorry about it.
Like, he was hot.
God.
And that time his accent actually matched the movie, so it like made sense.
It made sense. He was in the southern accent.
Yeah.
It works, yeah.
Unlike How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, where he has a southern accent, but he's from Long Island.
Or, dude, the fucking wedding planner. What the hell was that? He was like, I'm born and raised in New York.
No, the fuck.
No, you're
Queens?
fuck, you're not.
The only place in New York City I can think of that would have somewhat of an accent like that is Queens, because Queens is like bumblefuck, like nowhere.
Or maybe just upstate. I don't even know. Like, like fucking Syracuse or some shit.
He's from Schenectady. Yeah. He's from Skinny Atlas.
Skinny Atlas, yeah. Like,
I heard that.
Yeah,
but,
so.
Oh, and can I also? I feel like you should probably mention this, but I'm gonna mention it.
Go for it.
I feel like the pinnacle of Sandra Bullock in the 90s was Practical Magic.
And I still have yet to get the tattoo that I want for that movie. I can't, like, the way that movie changed the trajectory of my life. I mean, not really, but like.
It's a great movie.
It changed me psychologically.
It's really good.
Yeah. I remember the first time I watched it, I was about 13, and it was summer, and it was kind of hot, and I kind of remember the day. I don't remember what day it was, or what, like, I know it was summer because it was hot in my room. But I had made this, like, really nice, like, iced tea drink, and I put a maraschino cherry in it. I made a movie. And then
you were like a walking mood board.
I was a mood board, and then I remember I put on the movie, and I was just drinking this iced tea, and it was like the first time I had seen the movie, and I was like in love by the time the movie was over. It's one of those films that it's just like, it's quintessential. It's like,
yeah, it's like a staple.
It's a staple in childhood.
You have to watch it every year. Like every year you have to rewatch it and go back to it.
Yeah.
Because it's just iconic.
Yes.
I also forgot to mention that Sandra Bullock got her first Golden Globe nomination in the 90s for While You Were Sleeping. So this is like the beginning of her kind of award.
Yeah.
Like Homegirl dominated awards. Like there was a streak where she was fucking nominated like 3 years in a row.
Bing bang bong. Yeah.
She was doing. Yeah. But first Golden Globe nomination was for While You Were Sleeping.
I didn't know that.
Curious.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And didn't Prince of Egypt also come out in 1998?
Yes, either 98 or 99. And we've talked about this before, I think even in the last episode, how, like, I've been obsessed with this woman for a long time and I didn't even know it. She just came out the blue.
So funny. Is Miriam.
Miriam. Like, I remember I was, like, 6, 7 years old, and, like, yeah, I grew up in a really Christian household, and for, like, the first, like, I would say 8 years of my life, I wasn't really allowed to I was allowed to, like, watch and listen to things secular, but not as much as most people. Like, I really wasn't.
Yeah.
And every Saturday, Sunday, weekend, but yeah, especially on Sundays, I would watch The Prince of Egypt, and my favorite character in The Prince of Egypt was Miriam, just hands down. Like,
yeah, she's honestly like the girl, diva, the one.
Yes, like when she's like,
you better work, Miriam.
You're born of my mother, you heaven. You are our brother, girl. Girl,
I'm with you. I'm here.
With you. You know my earphone. Sorry.
Yeah, she was that girl in The Prince of Egypt. She was really serving.
She was just that girl, like, and I was just like not totally obsessed with that character, but that was just my favorite character, and I would just rewind that part over and over. I just love that part.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum also plays the brother.
Yeah. It's like that movie. That cast was fucking stacked in Prince of Egypt.
And then you have Val Kilmer.
Wild.
Yes, Val Kilmer is the lead, and then Rafe Fiennes. Not Ralph.
Listen, I'm calling him Ralph Fiennes. I don't care if it's wrong.
Take it or not take it. I don't give a fuck.
I don't care. I'm American. It's Ralph.
It's Ralph. I'm American. Land of the free and home of the brave. Yeah. I'm American.
I don't care.
Your name is Ralph. Yeah. His name is Rafe Fiennes. Did you know his brother? I just learned his brother was like the guy from Shakespeare in Love. I just learned that.
Oh,
yeah, that's his brother.
You're right. That is really weird. That's like a weird, like.
Yes, and I just learned that maybe
circle moment.
I just learned that maybe 2 months ago. I was like, holy shit, they were related. Yeah.
Yeah. I never really put that together.
I know. So I've been obsessed with this woman for a very long time, and I didn't even realize it. But let's see. Hope Floats, another movie, just a fucking one. Like
Classic.
also just
Classic.
also an amazing performance by Mae Whitman. I gotta say, there's a scene in the movie, at the end of the movie, where the father comes back after he's like the father slash husband comes back after her mom dies, and he's telling her, "Hey, not only did your mom die, but I want a divorce." And she's like,
period.
And then, and Sandra Bullock's character is just like, fine, fuck it, whatever. But her daughter at the time is just really upset and angry with Sandra Bullock's character, the mother, and she's just like, I don't want to live with you, I want to live with my daddy. It seems weird when I say it, but that's verbatim what she says.
Don't shoot the messenger, I'm just quoting.
I'm just quoting. So yeah, she's like, I want to go live with my dad. So she like runs upstairs, packs a bag, puts He-Man and all the other superheroes and all her little toys and knickknacks in a bag. And then she busts out, she's busting out the door. She's like, Daddy, I'm going to live with you. And she's running out the door. And, like, Sandra Bullock goes out the door, but she, like, sits on the porch and watches as all this is happening. And it's just Mae Whitman for a good 2 minutes just constantly rejected by her dad. Like, he's like, I can't take you with me. Like, me and Connie, the woman he cheated on Sandy with, we have to make a go of it. Like, I can't take you with me. I'll come back, when the time is right. And he's just... like, she puts her stuff in the trunk, he takes it out, and he throws it on the ground, basically. And then there's this moment where she's really crying, Mae's like, no, take me with you. And he, like, honks the car really loud. Like, really, he's like, grrr! And then he busts out and he drives away, and she's just bawling.
Damn.
Like, 8 years old, Mae Whitman just, like, dying on screen. And... well... it's crazy. And then there's, like, this moment, and after, like, while it's happening, while she's, like, literally giving her all, like, crying, like, Sandy comes, and she, like, picks her up and then walks away with her.
Oh.
And apparently I just learned, like, a week ago that wasn't scripted. Like, she just did it.
Improv.
The magic of film. I'm telling you, the magic of film.
It's really, this is what it means to be an actor.
An actor! But, like, I remember watching that scene the first time, and I was like...
damn, that's heavy.
He really is not coming back.
Men ain't shit.
12 years
old. That's the moral.
Yeah, and it's just like, I love that film. Also, Harry Connick Jr., I would dig down.
And that's when Harry Connick Jr. was hot.
That and, what was that movie? Independence Day. Hands down.
Have you ever seen Harry Connick Jr. in Will and Grace? Have you?
I don't think so.
Harry Connick Jr. he was a regular character on Will and Grace in the 90s. And he played Grace's boyfriend. I can't remember if they got, like, engaged or not on the show. But, girl, Harry Connick Jr. on Will and Grace was so hot. And what's worse is that his character's name was Leo. And so that just, like, really took me out.
Passed out. Not Leo. Ew.
His name was Leo.
Yeah, and then, we moved to the 2000s, and this is...
she starts off with a bang in the 2000s.
Yes.
With Miss Congeniality.
I think, like, Speed puts her on the map, and then Miss Congeniality, like, seals the deal for her. Like,
yeah, I was going to say, I feel like when you think of Sandra Bullock movies, Miss Congeniality is within the first, like, 2 or 3 that you think of.
Yeah.
Like, it's up there. Yeah. It's like a classic.
It's classic, movie. Yeah. And me and my cousin, especially, like, every other weekend we would go, or she would come to my house every other weekend, and, because her mom worked in the hospital, like, in the kitchens and stuff. And so she'd come to my house, every other weekend, and that was, like, it was either Miss Congeniality or Shrek. We would watch it at least once.
Honestly, 2 classics.
2 classics. And we used to have all the words down for that movie. Like, we used to have all the words down. It was like we watched it literally every week, every other weekend that she was there. It was crazy.
I feel like you're right. Speed was kind of her breakout.
Yeah.
Like her breakthrough role, but like Miss Congeniality was like she's a star.
It was like,
because she was like the lead role.
Yeah.
She was like, no one else is co-starring with me, bitch. It's just me.
It's just me.
Like it's me, myself, and Irene.
Girl.
But she also got a Golden Globe nomination for that. She did not win.
Oh.
But she was nominated for Miss Congeniality in 2000.
Yeah.
So a 5-year gap between Golden Globe nominations, but she secured a second one.
She's securing the deal
with Miss Congeniality.
Yeah.
So slay.
And then romantic life.
She's in her rom-com era, I feel like, for a bit.
Yeah, so she does this thing in the 90s where she kind of like dates, kind of like Angelina Jolie, where she like dates who she's working with. But I understand.
Oh wait, we skipped over. I was gonna like do her dating life separate, but I kind of like integrating it in.
Yeah.
I just need to mention, you probably don't know who this is, but in 1995, Sandra Bullock dated Troy Aikman, which I feel like that shit was that. If I were like alive and like coherent in 1995, that shit would have broke my brain because Troy Aikman was the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, who in 1995 the Cowboys were like, they were known as America's team.
Yeah.
Everybody loved the Cowboys. They were like winning Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl. Like the Cowboys were number one. So Sandy B bagging Troy Aikman.
And I mean, and like the thing, like her whole shtick is that she's called America's Sweetheart. Like that's her thing. So
that's her thing.
America's
Sweetheart.
Yeah. So you have America's Sweetheart, and then you have her
dating the quarterback of America's team.
God, America.
It's like the homecoming king and queen. It's the quarterback and cheerleader
of America.
Yeah.
America. If America was a high school, it's America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If America were a high school, it'd be like the quarterback and then like the head cheerleader dating.
Literally.
It's like the level of excitement.
Yes.
Now, I don't think that Troy Aikman was that attractive, but like he was the quarterback.
I'm looking at him now. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. But he was the quarterback.
You know what? He's one of those people who was.
Team.
I think he's one of those people who was like really attractive when they were younger, and then I mean, especially he was doing football.
You're looking at current pictures. Don't look at current pictures. No. Go back to the 90s. Go back to the 90s.
Yeah, okay, 1995. Okay. It's just showing him playing ball. I don't want to see ball. I want to see him. Oh.
Still not great, but better than now.
He's got a face that is interesting. It's got a lot of pockets.
I thought you were gonna say a face only a mother could love.
No, he's like cute, but it's weird in a way. It's like.
But you have to understand, he's tall, athletic, and
like he's already in my panties. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like rich and the quarterback of the best football team in the country.
Yeah, his face is. I think a lot of it was the football. Probably, a lot of the head trauma.
He got hit too many times in the face.
Got hit a lot of times. But it's cute though, and he's rich and he's tall. You're already in my panties, so in my little. Panties.
Yeah, they dated. I wonder if they were together when she got nominated for While You Were Sleeping. I bet you they did. Or when While You Were Sleeping came out. It was like around that era.
I want to see photos of them. Oh my god. Holy shit! There they are. Wow.
There they are. I kind of live. And then apparently, after she got divorced from he who shall not be named.
Literally fucking Voldemort.
She met back up with Troy Aikman. In 2014.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Obviously,
girl, you better work.
Oh, you better work. I didn't know that.
Old flame.
I didn't know that.
So, I mean, Troy Aikman's still doing well for himself. He's like an announcer now and like an analyst. So he's like doing well for himself still.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she went back to him, girl. So he must have been good. She remembered it. She's like, ooh, I'm gonna go back to him. That was kind of.
Wait a minute. I gotta get my shush. How Stella got her groove back.
Stella got her groove back, part 3. Yeah, marry that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that was 1995. So she was with Troy Aikman, and then also very briefly in 2014. Girl, I want to know the juicy details.
I tell you, girl, tell me about Mrs. Troy. She said, with a little T on her necklace, a little T. This could be the start of something new.
It turns out the T does stand for Troy, because his name is also Troy.
This could be the storm start of something more. It feels so right. She's like, you got the na 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 na, yeah. You are the music in me.
So yeah, I just want to know what happened with that little hookup with 2014.
Mama.
Sandra.
You know the words once upon a time.
Wait, okay. So she dated Trakeman, and then it was Matthew McConaughey, and then but then we're skipping. I'm gonna just mention that from 2002 to 2003, she was with Ryan Gosling, and he was a lot younger than her, and we're not gonna.
I just would love to know her thought process at that time. I would love
her
to know.
Her thought process was that it was Ryan Gosling.
He said, "What do you want?" And she was like, "You know."
Yeah, because it didn't last long.
It did not, but.
But what are you gonna do? Listen, she really was plowing through them.
She collected them like Pokemons, you know.
And then she did Crash. I think was Crash 2004.
It was 2004, or at least it was released in 2004.
2004, and then 2005, she gets married to the scum of the earth.
The motherfucking scum of the motherfucking earth. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. Or I do want to talk about it.
Say it. I don't even want to say his name out loud.
I don't want to utter his name. That's how disgusting I am. Like, I feel.
Can we call him Voldemort?
I'm telling you, I'm gonna call him Voldemort. Or
that
idiot.
In 2005, Sandra Bullock married Voldemort.
Or that fucking idiot. Or that old hag.
That old hag. And if you don't know who we're talking about, literally Google it. I mean, if you don't know who Sandra Bullock was married to, I mean, that's your problem, not ours.
Because I remember at the time, not only was that, in 2009, only that disaster was happening, but then also Tiger Woods' thing was happening.
At the same fucking time. It was like, this was also when I feel like every celebrity was like coming out that they had like a porn addiction.
A porn addiction.
So every episode of Law and Order was about people addicted. Yeah. It was like everyone's addicted to porn, addicted to sex, everyone's cheating on their significant others. It's like a whole mess up here at home.
And it was just so fucked up because it was like literally the minute that she stepped off the stage after her Oscar. The minute.
Yeah.
No time was wasted. And like during that speech she was like, I love you, you are my partner. And do you know how hard it is, like we said in the beginning of this episode, how hard it is for a bitch with a Venus and Gemini to commit?
Venus and Gemini in the 12th house.
In the 12th house.
She has everything working against her when it comes to commitment.
I'm telling you, like, the forces
she's like working against her instincts to commit to someone.
I'm telling you.
Like, and she committed to that motorcycle monster truck fucking goober.
That dusty, musty, crusty ass prick.
And he was fugly. So, like, he was never hot from the minute she was, never.
No.
The saddest part was, I think, didn't they meet because she, like, brought her son to, like, a meet and greet with him?
I guess. I don't know.
I think, like, her son was, like, a fan of his.
Her son?
I think.
She didn't have kids before him yet.
Not her son. Who am I thinking of?
Wait, is it their son? I don't know. Didn't she want something done, like a motorcycle or something? I don't know.
They met weird. It was like weird circumstances.
Yeah, it was. I don't know.
And it was weird, and I just don't get it. Frankly, I don't get it. And then they were married for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And they from 2005 to 2010. And the saddest part about it is that like he was doing all this shit while she was in her prime. This is
while
like
she was
Sandra Bullock
peak
prime.
Like
she is coming into like she got her Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame in 2005. Like she is like at the peak, like the top of her career.
Like the bitch had Meryl Streep on fucking speed dial, bitch. She was Even in 2009, she like did like The Proposal and The Blind Side and like something else. I think like all in 1 year.
And The Blind Side, she won an Oscar and a Golden Globe and a SAG Award.
Yeah.
She said, "I'm coming for your next.
I'm coming for your."
And she got a Golden Globe nomination for The Proposal, too. You better fucking work, bitch.
You better work.
She was getting awards.
She was getting her money. She was there, bitch.
Like, she was the one.
She was the one. Like, I feel like in 2009, she was like toe-to-toe with fucking Kristen Stewart for the highest paid actress. She was toe-to-toe.
Actually, I wrote this down. She was the highest paid actress in 2010 and 2014.
So, okay, around the same like time. It was toe-to-toe. There was a minute where, like, I think Kristen was, and then she was, and then Kristen was. It was, like, very back and forth.
Yeah.
It was just...
like, Sandra Bullock was up all the way up here. Like, all the way up top. And
like,
he
I
was...
can't even... See, like, if I put my... Oh, where she was...
Out of frame.
Out of frame. Out of frame.
In the heavens.
In the heavens. Like, she was up there.
Meanwhile, he was in hell, being a fucking scumbag and cheating on her.
Scumbag, bro.
Several women came forward and said he's a piece of shit. So, period. And he was also an addict. I think he went to rehab or whatever. But, like, not my problem. Anyway.
I mean, like, it's the way I don't give a fuck.
The way I still hate him. I don't care.
I feel like throw away, waste man.
Yeah, like I hate it. Cut, scrap it,
hate it.
Move on.
Hate it.
So she got divorced from him in 2010. She said, "I'm pissing out."
Yeah. And
then she adopted her first kid.
No, she had Louis, I think, while she was still married to.
Girl, I can't keep up. But wasn't there one the second kid they were like started to adopt when like they were together and they got divorced like, in the middle of the adoption and then they were like, stay psych, and then she was like, I'm a single parent now.
That was him. That was Louis.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. So they So they were doing that. She was on the peak. She was having her chat. She was being a moza. She was getting her Oscar. She was peak, and then it crashed.
Yeah.
Like when I tell you crashed, her reality split. Like fucking James McAvoy in that movie. Like that's what happened.
It's giving split. Like they like started the adoption process when they were still married, and then they got divorced, and then she was like, I'm a single parent now.
I'm a single mother.
Honestly, the kid's better off, so.
Better off without him.
So we have that, and now she has, she has no husband, but she has an Oscar and a Golden Globe.
She has an Oscar and a Golden Globe, and she has a child.
And a kid. Yeah.
And that's so harrowing to, like, have all that shit happen to you. Like, all those reality shifts happen within months. Like, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, you're at, like, the peak of your professional career, but, like, the absolute, like, valley of your personal life.
Yeah.
Like, at the same time is kind of, it's really sad. It's, like, a lot of mixed feelings. There's, like, it is unfortunate. But I feel like she bounced back.
Yeah.
She bounced back.
Yeah.
With Troy Aikman.
I don't want you in my bloodline. I just try to have a good time. Yeah.
I didn't know that they dated until literally today, and when I saw that, I was like, if they stuck, it would have been game over for you bitches. It would have been game over.
Game over.
But I think they'd be too powerful. The
universe
couldn't handle it.
Yeah, the universe couldn't handle it.
So now she's with that photographer guy.
What's his name? Brian.
I hold on, I have his name right now.
I don't know his last name.
Let me scroll through my novel.
Yeah.
Brian,
yeah.
Brian Randall.
I think they met, it was reported allegedly that they met. Allegedly. Because Sandy, I know you're watching because I know I know Cheryl's watching. You're close. Hey,
Cheryl, we see you and we love you.
Yes, Cheryl. Come through, Cheryl.
I see you on those red carpets, Cheryl. You're killing it.
Cheryl, you're killing it. Okay, you're getting your money. Okay, Cheryl.
She's getting her check.
She's getting
earning
her
check.
Yes, checks. I do. I make it my mission, and I said this to Katie before we started the episode, I make it my mission to watch Cheryl. Sometimes I don't even watch Sandra Bullock. I'll just put it on for Cheryl. I'll just watch her.
Yeah.
And she'll be in her bright ass sweaters, just right nose to nose with Sandy, just in her
Yeah.
face. I love Cheryl.
I said, I was also in the movie.
I counted. I'm here too, bitch. Like Cheryl with the blonde hair, live. I see you. I see you on those lives.
We stand.
We stand. Hey Cheryl. Hey Cheryl. You didn't think I was You didn't think I was watching you. I'm watching everything. Hey Cheryl. Also,
I would love if Cheryl saw this. I would gag.
I would gag if Cheryl. Cheryl, come through. Yeah. Cheryl. I love making ordinary people celebrities in my brain. I love that.
Yeah, that's like the best part.
It's the best thing.
It's the best parasocial relationship to have.
It really is. And like, this is the thing about the name Cheryl is like, you obviously know, like, I've been obsessed with the name Cheryl for eons of time. And so
you named your laptop Cheryl.
I named my laptop Cheryl in college. Like, that's not a joke. Like, I literally had a name tag and it said Cheryl. Like, the name Cheryl just sends me. So the fucking fact that bitch's publicist is named Cheryl the entire time and I didn't know, I was like, wow.
It's like icing on the cake.
Icing on the cake. Hey, Cheryl. Yes, we're in each other's lives now, Cheryl. We're going through this.
It's you and us, Cheryl.
It's you and I, too. We know yes.
Where are we going?
I don't know. Where are we at? Where are we going? I don't know where we're going.
We're talking about Brian Randall.
Oh, yeah, right.
She's with him. She's been with him for a minute.
I know. Longer than
8 years?
Yes. Longer than that piece of shit.
That fucker.
That fucker. I can't even say his name. It's disgusting.
Voldemort.
Bitch.
Is this her longest relationship? It must be, right?
I think so.
I'm like rooting for her. I hope that you know what, Sandy B, I really hope that he's the one and then he treats you right.
He better
treat you right, Sandy.
He better treat them kids right. Okay?
Because if he doesn't, I will kill him myself.
Waste man.
I will kill him myself.
I'll kill him myself. I'll hash sling flash his ass.
Trust, you will be dealt with. As soon as we find out, trust, you will be dealt with.
I would let Gemma know that she is.
If I find out that Sandy B got cheated on again,
I'm calling it
throwing
quits.
hands.
I'm throwing hands. I'm calling it quits. I'm giving everything away. I'm giving everything away, and I'm going for the gold.
Honestly,
yeah.
Same. But we haven't even touched the later part of her career, which we can touch on very briefly because we've been here for an hour and 12 minutes.
An hour and 12 minutes. Look at the time go.
The biggest highlight I feel like is 2013. She did Gravity, and she got nominated for every award under the sun for that.
Yeah. And
I don't think she won any of them, but she was nominated.
She was nominated.
It's just an honor to be nominated.
But and this is the thing too. It was. I really don't. Oh, my battery saver is on. I forgot to turn my laptop.
Oh shit! You gotta fucking wrap it up. Your computer said wrap it up.
Wrap it up. It's still got 20% to go before it dies. Anyway.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
All right. This was, I feel like this is also during the time, too, that, the Me Too movement is happening, I think, or it's starting to happen. Not totally there yet, but it's starting to. And, new talent is coming in, and we're recognizing new talent. This is a very revolutionary. I think 2014 Oscars or the award season was, the first time that, the industry is really changing.
We see kind of a shift in the mood.
Yes, in the mood. Right. Yeah, but I remember going to the movie theaters and watching that for the first time, and after going out of that theater, I couldn't breathe for 20 minutes. I was just like,
I still haven't seen it.
Well,
I only remember the joke from the Golden Globes, which was George Clooney would rather die than spend 1 minute with a woman his own age.
God, I love Amy Poehler. Or Tina Fey. Girl,
that joke is so good. It still hasn't left my brain.
It's cemented in my brain
every time I think of that movie.
I'm telling you.
That's all I think about.
He'd rather go into space and spend 1 more minute with the woman his age.
He literally would rather die than
Yeah.
spend 1 minute with a woman his own age. And the Gravity and Interstellar, I feel like, came out kind of close together.
They did. It was like within like a year of each other, I think. Like,
yeah, so I get them
a year or 2
confused a
years.
lot.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's kind of like No String Attached and Friends with Benefits. It's the same movie, but
Yes.
it's like with different people.
Yeah.
It's like, why 2 space movies?
Well, that was like, I feel like a lot of space things came out during that like 4-year period. A lot of space stuff.
We were very into space.
We were
in
very,
our like
because wasn't like
our otherworldly explorer area.
No, because wasn't like the MCU and Guardians in the Galaxy also starting in that time? Like we were very into
maybe.
space.
Yeah, it was. We were having our space moment.
We were having a space moment. Yeah.
And Sandy B was included in that, so she was, but she like killed it with Gravity and like was nominated for a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And she's still going. I mean, she's been in like Ocean's 8 and Bird Box.
Yeah.
And fucking that movie with Viola Davis. That movie was fucked up.
That was fucked up.
That movie was crazy.
That was fucked up. Girl, at the end when she was like, she's screaming and she's like, she was 5 years old. I was like, and plot twist, the little bitch did it. I mean, not the bitch. I shouldn't call a 5-year-old a bitch.
I mean, she killed somebody.
She killed somebody.
So, I mean, how much credit are you going to give her, really?
Right. I mean, it's just, the little girl did it. And then, and everybody, and I had never seen, I think up until that point, I had never seen Sandra Bullock look so fucked up, beaten.
Except for A Time to Kill.
Yeah.
But the point is, Sandy B continues to thrive, and and I can't wait to see what she continues to do because her career is still alive and well.
Yeah, and she just did The Lost City with Channing Tatum. It's really funny. I liked it.
Channing Tatum is in his he's chasing after these MILFs.
I tell you, girl, and he's getting them. He is getting them. He's collecting his coins. Yeah, he's
in his MILF era.
He's in his MILF era.
Yeah.
And I think she's actually taking a break from acting right now. I don't really know, but it's been like that for years now. So
she's been in the industry for a long time. I feel like she's earned
a break.
A break. Yeah, she's been in over 50 films.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus.
So she has her Oscar. She has her Golden Globe.
Right.
I feel like she's just sitting pretty right now.
Yeah,
she's good.
She's got 2 kids. I think, one's named Louie, and I think the other one is named
I don't know. I didn't write them down.
Layla. Yeah.
Yeah.
She talks about them in the Red Table Talk, where, I think she talks about her experience adopting Layla and how, Layla was still very traumatized and very, not in a good mentality when she came to, be with Sandy. And, and that whole journey of, traumatizing a child is really hard.
Unpacking it all.
Unpacking, yeah.
Because you can't really explain trauma to a child.
No.
They don't get the concept. You have to kind of explain it to them it's hard to explain something like that to a child.
Yeah, for sure.
And unlearn all of the behavior.
Right.
But she's doing it and she's pushing through and she's a mom now.
She's a mother.
And she won't stop talking about it, so we're
oh my God. Sandy, if we gotta talk about something, girl, let's talk about this.
But isn't there gonna be another Oceans movie?
I don't know.
I mean, there could be another Oceans movie.
I thought there was gonna be another Oceans. I really don't know if there's gonna be another Oceans movie.
Maybe probably in the future, honestly, because what else is there?
Let's just go down the numbers. Ocean 7, Ocean 6, Ocean 5.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just follow the oceans that are already existing. Just follow those.
Yeah, just follow it.
Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
I think that's one. Ocean's 12. There's Ocean's 13, I think.
Yeah.
But, before we go, what did we learn?
What did we learn? We learned that, you're never too old. Damn, what obsession. I said that last week.
I thought you were just going to say, you're never too old.
You're never too old.
I just said period.
No, what did we learn? God, what did I learn from Sandra Bullock? You go, because I can't think of one.
What did I learn? I learned that, even if you're doing, you have to love yourself for your own achievements.
Yeah.
Because even if you're doing really, really well, and like you are at like your pinnacle,
yeah,
men still ain't shit.
They're not fucking shit.
Like you got to be there for you.
Yeah.
And appreciate yourself for your own accomplishments.
Yeah, I think the most that I've learned from her is learning how to take a break when you need one, because
yes,
she was just going so hard for so long that I think, and I think after the really traumatic experience she had during the 2010s, I think really like helped her self-actualize and be like, maybe I need some time to just really like figure my shit out, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think it's really important to take time out, take a break. Like, girl, who are you working for? Nobody. Yeah. You know, like, just pause, you know, take a break.
It's okay to say no to things.
It's okay to say no. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to, you know, be a parent when you want to be a parent, you know?
Yes. And focus on yourself.
Focus on yourself.
And put yourself first. Putting yourself first is not selfish.
Exactly. Exactly. And sometimes old flames might have new sparks.
There's something about Troy Aikman that I don't know.
Tell you, girl.
Troy Aikman.
Yeah. You are the music in me. He making her sing, but not with the piano.
He's making her punani sing.
He's making that punani belt, okay?
Cheryl, if you're listening, we want the details.
We want the details
about that Troy Aikman hookup.
Oh my God, this turned into an episode of a Cheryl appreciation episode. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl. We love you.
We love you, girl. You better get into it.
Yeah, let's end on an appreciation for Cheryl once again.
I love you, Cheryl. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what? You're getting your coin. You've been getting your coin for like 20, 30 years with this woman. You better get going. You better keep it going. Keep the fire burning, bitch. You better get it done. Okay?
Yes.
Love you, Cheryl.
Cheryl, we see you, we love you, and we appreciate you.
And we appreciate you. Because you're doing
for all that you are.
You're the
one. Everything you bring.
Everything you bring to the table. Come on. She's the one getting her through these little press junkets. She's the one.
It is all you, Cheryl.
You pick her up from the bootstraps and you get her to them interviews. Yes, Cheryl. Yes, Cheryl.
We wouldn't have Sandy B without Cheryl, and we just need to acknowledge that.
We just need to acknowledge Cheryl is the motherfucking one. Okay, with her little sweaters. I see you, Cheryl. I hear you.
So everyone, I'm going to be posting pictures of Cheryl on the Instagram story.
Oh my God, please. We got to post pictures of Cheryl. Please, Cheryl.
Yeah, so the moral of the story is stand Cheryl, and we wouldn't have Sandy B without Cheryl. Fight the power. We said, Cheryl. We love you, Cheryl.
We love you, Cheryl.
And we love all of you.
And we love all of you, yes. I hope to God this video works. We love you.
We love you guys. See you next week.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Where, if Reva lets me, we're going to be talking about One Direction.
And I will have to, because we talked an hour and 22 minutes about my faves, so we're going to have to go into One Direction. And that will be the time that I'm doing all my research. I will be hands down in research. So yes, next week, please look for an episode about One Direction, and we will see you later. And this is off topic, and
And we love you.
And we love you.
It's boss. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Love you.